About 12 years ago, I spent Sukkot as Isabella Friedman, and I took a dreaming workshop with the esteemed Rabbi Jill Hammer. In my youth, my early years, I had been a vivid dreamer, but for many years, I could no longer remember or experience the dreams and the dream's impact on my life. In our first session, she invited us to look at Jacob's dream. That's in this week's Parsha, Vayetze, for guidance. Jacob, with his mother's desperate advice, flees from Esav, and as he is traveling in the wilderness to Haran, he comes to a spot, Mount Moriah, and as the sun sets, he takes a stone and lays it beneath his head and has one of the most iconic dreams in the Torah, a ladder rooted in the earth reaching heavenward with angels ascending and descending. In the dream, God speaks the words every soul longs to hear. I am with you. I will guard wherever you go. I will not leave you. When Jacob wakes up, he says, Ma no ra hamakom hazeh. How awesome is this place? That night, I took Rabbi Jill's teaching to heart, and I put a big stone under my head, and I got a headache. I tried some smaller stones, and eventually the dreams started to return. When I shared this with Rabbi Hammer at a bar mitzvah, we were both at a little later. She suggested I read a book by Roger Kamenetz called The History of Last Night's Dream. And that book, which I did read, opened a door I was trying to budge open, but could barely move. Kamenetz explains through his own teacher, Mark Bregman, that Jacob does not interpret his dream, but the dream interprets him. Instead of reality shaping the dream reshapes reality and reveals another level of consciousness pulsing beneath the ordinary. And unlike Freud, who believed that dreams come from the past, Kamenetz suggests Jacob's dream comes from his future, from an unlived part of himself calling him forward. He wakes from this dream to a world pulsating with God's presence so much that he utters those iconic words, God was in this place and I did not know it. Dreams, they may shake us, but they rarely override our conditioning. The experience of awe, the experience that everything is vibrating, the experience that we're all connected, that we are all one, it fades and habit returns. And as the Piazetzner Rebbe says, Rabbi Kalanimis Shapira, he writes in his book, Conscious Community, it's hard to stay in that expanded state of consciousness, especially in New York with stress everywhere and sadness, old narratives slipping back and closing the opening of that kind of consciousness. So Kamenetz shares this technique he learned from Bregman to hold onto a key image from a dream and keeping it alive during the day so that the dream's promise might actually ripen and ripple out into waking life. Just last week, I was invited and so excited to hear Roger Kamenetz speak about his newest book, Seeing into the Life of Things, born from a practice he learned from Eve Ilson, Rabbi Zalman Schechter Shalomi's wife.